I was about to do Arnold, but let's not do that.
You know how hard it is to find a job right now?
Yes, I do.
Probably the hardest it's ever been as an American. I hate being unemployed so fucking much. I have a resume. I had a professional resume writing service do a resume
Yep.
when I was trying to leave 2 jobs ago. And I've
Yeah.
been using that and just kind of like updating it with the same type of language. So I have a pretty good resume. And what you do right now as a job hunter is you just like go on the internet and you click on a button that's like, I want this job.
And then nobody cares.
And it sends your resume to a robot. And the robot reads your resume and it goes, no, bad. And it puts it in the trash.
It goes,
And that's the whole process.
extra space here. There's nothing written on this thing. Garbage.
I don't know what more I can do in my search. Like it's a full-time job to look for a job.
Oh, yeah.
It is so much time and effort, and like curating your LinkedIn profile like it's a fucking Zanga page in
Which I should
2005.
probably do that. I don't fucking ever get on there. I think it says I have like 3 job titles ago
I
right
hate
now.
LinkedIn like with a passion. It's the social media for sociopaths. It's fucking just people. It's just an echo chamber. I'm 90% certain that people are just using ChatGPT to like write me a post on LinkedIn about this topic, and then they just post that. And it's ridiculous. I am gonna preface this next statement with the fact that I am like vehemently opposed to AI, and I hate everything that it does, and I think it's bad and terrible and a waste of resources. But I haven't been getting any fucking bites on my resume. So
Yeah.
I took my resume and I gave it to chat GPT, and I told it
Chipped.
and I said,
Tip. Okay.
please waste our natural resources, please, robot overlord, and make this a better document that's going to get me more hired. And it sent
Is
back
that how
like,
you wrote it in there? Because I bet it would have been like, I'll do that.
no, I just said like make better, and it tried. It basically just took the resume that I had, condensed the sentences down into like bullet points and smaller sentences with bigger words. And that's my next strategy, I guess, is I'm just going to like copy paste what the robot said about me so I can put that into what the other robot thinks about me, and have the 2 robots talk about me and figure out if I'm a good enough candidate for this job that robots don't fucking understand. Like AI is not used in banking for the most part because people are scared of it, and they're afraid of like, what if it gets our credentials and shit? Like, people in the industry that I'm in are not using AI for shit. And yet,
I hope you are very ready for what I have to say about Mission Impossible, because that movie is entirely about AI being scary.
oh my God, I can't wait. I'm just so over it. And the fact that like I have to comb through job descriptions that are just like, I feel
Well,
like
see,
the
half
job,
the time they don't even fucking matter.
yeah, I feel like the job description for every job I've ever had doesn't
Is
apply
do
when I
job.
get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you arrive and it's like, well, we hired you for this, but we're going to have you do this instead. Or like, this is the way that we do it. And here's a person that's just going to like tell you what your job is.
But see, then there's this. So at my job, if it says that you need like a bachelor's, it actually depends on which hiring manager is looking at it, because some people determine I actually have to see it, and some say, but if you are in school right now, that still counts.
Okay.
So it's like,
all
well,
arbitrary.
even then, it still doesn't matter. Even if the 2 robots talk and say you're good, it still winds up with a fucking person, a human later, who then goes, this robot doesn't know shit.
Yes.
And then doesn't care, when they could have just looked in the first place and found something they liked.
I don't know what is so hard about looking at an application. Like there are HR professionals, and the company designed, the people went to school to look at resumes and be like, is this person going to be good at a job? Why did we move away from that as a society? Like, why is it now just put your word salad into this machine and we'll tell you if it's good enough to come in for an interview?
Well, okay. I mean, I told you about me trying to get my Switch money. right?
Yes.
And applying to Best Buy. I've never heard back from that. That was before you went to Japan.
God damn. That's a long time ago. That was another lifetime, Robert.
But I even did, like, video interview stuff. Granted, I mean, they probably went to nowhere that nobody ever watched them.
Yeah, I hate that.
But I did it.
Did I talk about the scam on the podcast?
No, you just told me.
Okay. So I was in talks with a company, or so I thought, about getting a job, and it was a remote position, remote data analysis. I'm like, perfect, I do that. And it seemed like a very straightforward job. It was like, we use Excel for stuff. If you're good at Excel, you're going to be good at this. And I'm like, great, I'll go ahead and apply.
Yeah.
And so I hit the easy apply button on LinkedIn, which is just the send my PDF to the overlords button. And
okay.
They contacted me and they were like, your resume is awesome. Let's get you into this screening interview. And a screening interview, I've done about 35 screening interviews now. And it's mostly like somebody will call you and be like, hey, let's talk about your resume for 5 minutes. And then they'll pass you on to the next person or whatever. This time they were like, we're going to do a screening interview that's an essay response quiz. So they gave me like 12 prompts basically about like, what's it like to be a data analyst? And I took my fucking time. I took probably 45 minutes to an hour to fill out everything in like really nice, well thought out sentences. I didn't use a single robot to tell me how to do it. And I submitted it. And then a couple of days later, I heard back and they were like, your responses were awesome. Perfect. We want to hire you. And I was like, cool. I guess they do the remote process like super remote. Like I'm not even going to talk to anybody before I go into this place.
Okay.
And that was my first mistake. So I got an email from this company and they were like, go ahead and send over this information, which was just like basic stuff. It wasn't any personal data. It was just like, what's your name? What's your start date? What's your salary expectations? Okay. And I sent all that over.
That's not scary info. Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent all that over and they sent like a packet explaining the benefits and it was very official. It had like company logos and it looked like officially made stuff. And it was like, you can choose between these technology packages to help you do your job. And then someone's going to like, we'll send the equipment to you. Then somebody's going to come out and set it up for you. And I was like, that's awesome. And so I'm going through it. And at this same time, I had like another offer that was kind of in the works. So I wanted to tell the company, I need a minute to think about this because I have another offer going on. And so I sent them back an email and that's, at that point I went off script and they didn't know what to do. So that's when the scam red flag started coming up and they were like, we don't know how to, and somebody sent me back an email from like a different email address that was, it didn't match the name of the person that had sent it. Yeah. I was like, that's a red flag. So I went to the website for the actual company, which I'm not going to say it because I don't know if it's a real company or not at this point.
I think they were, but you just weren't talking to them.
Yeah.
I
think so. Yeah. So I emailed the company directly and I was like, hey, I just got this offer letter from your company and I'm wondering now if it's a scam, if you could just look at it and tell me.
Yeah.
And they responded back within the next day and they were like, yeah, that's a scam. And they didn't even say like, thanks for bringing this to your attention. They didn't say like,
went, again?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They were just like, nah, delete that. So that offer got pulled out from underneath me. But I the next step with these people, they were like, go ahead and sign your offer letter and then send in a photo of your government ID. And so I was about to send them a fucking picture of my passport and my signature. Yeah. Like they could have done some scary shit with that. So glad I didn't do that. But that's what the job market's like right now. It's just full of these landmines. And not to mention the fact that like every job posting you go into, not only is the job description like useless and vague, but the sheer amount of knowledge that they want you to have to do a basic ass job. Like I'm applying for quote unquote
fucking
junior
entry level shit. Yeah.
Yeah. A junior data analyst, but I need to have a bachelor's degree in data science. No, I don't. I've been doing data analysis for 12 years with an art degree. Like I'm doing fine. Yeah. I can operate a computer. I know how to use programs. Like it's insane. And then the salary that they want to give you is like way below market value for half of them. And I'm like, but it's just, you want me to have a degree, but you don't want to pay me like a college graduate.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's insane.
That would be. I know. That's why I've never valued the degree.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Well, one, I mean, I guess it could, but now it only means something if you happen to be going where they are asking for that title, that degree's name.
And that's the same too if you don't even have, like, not even if you don't have a degree, but if you don't have experience in a certain industry. Like for me, data is data no matter where you go. It's all numbers in boxes, and I can make the numbers be in charts, in graphs. I can make them different colors. I can tell you when column A is behaving this way, column B behaves that way.
Yeah.
And this is the analysis that comes out of that. I can't get a job outside of the banking and mortgage industries. It's just like that's what happened to pull me in as a fresh graduate. I got, snapped up by the mortgage industry, and they were like, let's put you on the phones for $30,000 a year. And I was like, cool. And I did that. And then I just kept progressing in my career. But I could have done that in any career, Yeah. I know about mortgage because I was in mortgage, and I know about banking because I've been in banking. I can learn fucking anything if you just put me in the industry. And I'll do your junior position, but I shouldn't have to do a degree in medical billing to get a job with a medical company or hospitality services. So many hotels and companies are hiring data analysis and business analysis, project management. And I can do all those things, but I don't have a hospitality degree, so I can't work at a hotel.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because you don't know how to be hospitable unless school taught you how.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, didn't we discuss this once? Didn't we talk about some TikTok or something where they were talking about food, and this lady was a doctor and said, well, school didn't teach me that, so I never thought it could be possible.
Oh my God.
If school didn't tell you, it's not real. That's the fucking worst shit I've ever heard in my life. Because school doesn't know everything.
Yeah.
School makes you aware of things.
Yeah. On-the-job learning is where I've learned everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything for my career. And it just infuriates me that in today's market, you can't get a job somewhere unless you've been in the industry for 10 years. And then you still got to pray. Because every single position, too, you go on and it's this position was posted 35 minutes ago, over 100 applicants, because it's the easy apply button. You just fucking click a button and it sends your shit off. And everyone clicks the button.
Well, I bet most of them are just bots. Hey, whenever you see one, send it.
Yeah, that too.
Not even real applicants at that point,
Yeah. And I have to pretend to know programs I don't know. Everything is the same, and they don't want you to learn that. Mm-hmm. Every single business insight tool, like Power BI, Tableau, all the little weird proprietary ones, they're all the same. They do the same things. You just got to learn where the different buttons are.
Just have a different coat of paint on it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's so frustrating right now.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not the only one experiencing this, which also makes it worse because the job market is flooded with people like me who are talented and can't get a foothold anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Or then you have a foothold and now you can't escape that foothold. What if one day you're like, I don't want to do data. It's just I've always done it. I want to do this. Well, now you never can because you would have to go back to school, get a whole different degree, work 10 more years, be 60 years old, finally get a job.
Yeah, precisely. And I don't have the money or the time to go or the want to go get another degree in anything. And I am just stuck in data. Data is fine. I'm good at it. I don't love it. It's not my passion by any means. It's just a means to an end. It's what I was assigned to do when I was 22. And so it's what I still do at 35.
This is not the job world that 90s movies showed us.
No, it's not.
At all. You used to be able to just be I want to do something different now. And then it happened. I've never seen a promotion in real life.
Yeah.
In movies, I've never fucking seen that. I've never seen somebody go, you're doing such a good job, we would like you to do something bigger. I've never fucking seen that in real life.
Yeah, the only times that's ever happened to me is we are reorganizing the business and now you have a different job that's a little bit harder.
But was it even a promotion or was it just a title change?
Yeah, just a title change. We're just gonna like swap you over to a different thing now, and now you have new responsibilities. Congratulations.
But see, that's not a promotion. Promotion is, hey, I want to pay you more money and make you more important.
Yes.
And then boom, you get that. Never seen that happen. Now you got to even fight for that. You know what? You are doing good. You should apply to that and hope that we pick you. But then it's not. But then it's not a promotion because you applied for it.
Yes.
A promotion is a reward. Nobody gets rewarded.
No. All I want to do is just wear a power suit and talk loud into a cell phone. Is that so much to ask?
I know. And then you got all these places that won't hire real people. They only want contractors now.
I'm getting so many people recruiting for contract work right now. And I'm like, I could do it. It's the same skill set and like everything. It's all the same stuff. It's just like you have to apply for a job every 6 months. And I'm not going to get back on this fucking merry-go-round. I want off of it and I want to stay off of it.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's hard out here. So if you know any unemployed fools, such as your lovely co-host, Kelsey, please give them a hug. They need it. It sucks.
Or if you know a job for said co-host,
give it.
Hand it over. Give it. Give it to me now.
Want, please.
Well, that is heartbreaking. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be okay.
It will be okay.
One day.
At some point.
Probably.
But until then, you want to get into the main stuff?
Yeah, I do.